It's called the Bright Line.
Bright?
It's Bright Line. It's its own thing from Amtrak.
It's not Amtrak, the Bright Line bullet train. Well, I heard something a few months ago that Florida used to have a rail that took people from like the Jacksonville area all the way across to like where Pensacola is, and that for some reason it doesn't have that anymore. And I mean, I don't know how many people would take that exact trip, but it seems like connecting across the state would be pretty cool. And there's like a push to do it again.
Yeah, to be honest with you, but to be one of Jacksonville, like Pensacola.
Yeah.
I never even went to Pensacola.
No.
Like, you know, it's one.
I mean, it's a kind of a small town. Yeah.
It's a retirement town usually, and people that live, you know, in Texas or Alabama or you know, like Georgia, they'll go down to like Jacksonville, Pensacola
to chill at the beach.
Florida's a long state.
It is a big, long freaking state.
And listen, man, it takes. I drive it usually, and it takes me from Miami to I would say Atlanta. Let's say just getting to Jackson, 6 hours.
6 hours in the same state.
The same state.
Yeah, that is a haul. Yeah. I have family that lives up there in like the Panhandle area. Okay. And yeah, I mean, completely different. Florida has so many different aspects to it, you know, so many different parts.
Just you know, like sometimes.
But it's all Florida.
South, to be honest with you, where I live, it's not. It's like a whole completely different kind of place.
Right. Okay.
And because if you go more north, you go actually, just more southern you get.
The more north you go, more southern you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in Kissimmee. You're gonna be in the south. You're gonna see some like. Well, I guess they probably have gators everywhere, right?
Yeah, we have gators everywhere, but everything is modernized. Like South Florida.
Yeah.
Like Central Florida, maybe it's a little. It is like Orlando area. You know, it's not like the Orlando, like, you know, where everything's at, downtown stuff is like that. It's not southern, but you get to the outskirts, like a city or something like that.
It's interesting. I think what makes you think a place is southern, what are the components of that? Like having country, rural,
the
like
accent.
Folks. Yeah, accents.
Accents, I would say, or their wording that they.
Yeah, that's a regional thing.
Yeah.
But that's a huge part of it. Yeah. I like accents.
Yeah.
I don't understand how people don't like lose their accent. Like they say, I've never lost this accent. Like a woman I spoke with who's been like in the U.S. like, I don't know, 35 years.
She has lost it.
She has an accent from, I want to say Kenya. And she's like, but I have never lost my accent. I'm like, that's crazy, man.
Well,
totally.
I'm Romanian. So when I was a kid, when I was born and raised here, but when I was a kid, I used to stay with my grandparents a lot, and all they used to speak is Romanian. So my first language was Romanian until like I was like around like, you know, I would say like 8 or 9. I started talking more English. And I mean, not more English, but high accent. Yeah. And I think you choose to like adopt a life, and when you adopt a life, I think your tongue goes with you. So like, for her, she's probably more into her culture, and that's why she still has her accent. To where you immerse to a different culture, like you can take place in that culture, but you can't. You can either all the way into it or out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's why people still have it.
If I go to, I don't know. If I go to a foreign country and I live on a military base, and I go to U.S. places over there, I'm not gonna get a freaking German accent or whatever. I'm not gonna get So Romanian, huh?
Yeah.
So your your grandparents came to Florida?
So it was actually, I would say my great grandparents came to Florida. Well, they
I
didn't
thought
come
you
to
could
Florida.
not leave Romania until like
Yeah.
recently.
Well, what happened was they came off that boat that came in New York.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And our names are on that wall. And
Hell yeah, man.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And so they came off that boat, and then there was like a couple spots that they stopped in. They would go throughout the whole U.S. And my family got off in New York. A couple got off in Chicago area. Really, would you believe it or not? Like, I guess there was a pit stop in Chicago somehow, or like they got into Chicago somewhere, some shit like that. And then the
went
last
down
stop
through
was
Lake
Portland.
Michigan. Okay.
And the last stop was Portland, Oregon. So I have family across the Midwest like that.
That is some of the most adventurous,
How
coolest
crazy is that?
shit ever.
Yeah.
Ellis Island, like checkpoint.
Yeah.
There's not enough movies like about that. Like
About that section.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of this movie? I think it's so much fun. It's called Far and Away with Tom Cruise. He's like this poor Irish, servant, and he ends up hearing about the new land, America, from the wealthy Irish woman that he serves.
Okay.
And she's going there, and at like the last second, he goes with her, and so they both go to on one of those ships.
Okay.
And they check in at the island. Here's your new name. They give new names.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what happened with our family. My family didn't have last names because Romanians were running away from the war at the time because Hitler thought we were Jewish. So, like...
He's coming after everybody.
Yeah, he was going after everybody. So, when we came over, a lot of us were, like, born in, like mountain areas, city areas. I mean, not serious, not like, like camps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a lot of us didn't have last names, so my family actually had to make up their last names. They make a new name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean,
and it was like because they named themselves after like their like first names.
Okay.
Like John was John's. Like it was so like stupid. Like Eli was Eli.
See, that's the moment that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like that moment with that person who's trying to process people through as quick as they can.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What is your last name?"
Oh,
You're like, "You have to have a last name."
Yeah.
And they're like, "John's. That's not a name." Okay, whatever. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great, man.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, Romania. I don't meet many people from there, but I did have a passenger who explained a lot of things, and she was over there during like, a war. And I was like, it's some recent time. She said, now Romanians can travel anywhere. And I was like, what do you mean? Why couldn't they travel? She was like, well, they just couldn't leave. They couldn't travel. And I was like, until when? And I thought she was going to say like 1700, 1800, something like that. She was like 1994 or something like that. You did are you aware of that?
No.
Like some war that broke out like in the 90s or late 80s.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah, she told me about that, like allowed people to finally travel. So maybe for the previous 40, 50 years before that or something, like they were just like, just enjoying our own country, but can't leave.
Yeah, I would like to go over there, but to be honest with you, because I'm Americanized, like the Romanian people hate me. I'll go over there. I'm telling you, though.
So you have been?
Yeah, they we like I'm talking to that side, and they're like, they kind of like think we're like a little washed. You know what I mean?
Washed.
Out by like our culture and stuff, because our culture is a little bit different over here than it is over there.
Sure.
So like Romanians, like there's like multiple different parts of kinds of Romanians. I'm like Roma. So Roma is like I would say like just like Jewish people, they would have like what do you call it?
Very orthodox.
Like they would keep to themselves.
Okay.
So that's why we were mistaken for Jews so much, and or Jewish people. And so like that's why we went over here and did everything. So it's pretty crazy that like when we came over here and some people stayed, they were like, "You're not part of us anymore." You know what I mean?
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, those things are really important in some countries. Those tightly, I don't know, preserved connecting points between people of certain similarities. I mean, that's what's so interesting about this place with the freaking wall of names on an island, That is like, dude, labels don't really matter here. You can
do whatever you want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. And if you're like still, if something in you has that real need for that label or that connecting point, like you can do that if you want here too, but you just don't need to.
Yeah.
There are certain like neighborhoods that are definitely everybody's like this one specific thing,
Yeah.
Like most cities have, like big cities have like a Koreatown or
downtown, like a Chinatown.
I miss Koreatown in LA, man.
Yeah.
The Korean barbecue, cool places you could just sit down, get some good food. The spa, they had Korean spas that are like, I don't know why they're not like everywhere ubiquitous, but it's like, you can go in and go to hot bath, cool bath, sauna, like 10 different kinds of saunas.
Yeah. I love the saunas. They have a Turkish one in Miami that I go to every so often.
Just sweat it out. After 3 days of raving and just getting everything out of your system.
You got to, there's a hell room, and it's like the hottest thing ever, and then I'll go into there and then go to I can't say Eucalyptus, right? Okay, I said it right. There's one room for that, and then I would plunge.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. I love it. It's the best.
Oh, you like a plunge, cold,
cold
just
plunge.
Cold. Oh yeah. You feel like $1 million, man.
After.
Oh my God.
I get a nice massage after, and I knock the fuck out.
You're just glowing, dude.
Yeah.
I would spend 3-4 hours in those places sometimes.
Just chilling.
Yep. I cannot. That was before I had a kid. I cannot imagine doing that now. It'd be amazing.
What made you move over here?
Having that young kid who was 2 at the time, and wanting to. I mean, he would have been fine in Los Angeles, man. But I wanted a smaller town, like just drive up to a small school.
Yeah, I get that.
I just didn't know how to approach any of that when it's like your first child.
No, I could.
It was just like it was kind of like a eject handle.
Yeah, it's like, okay, where the fuck do we go? We need to go somewhere.
Yeah. It was like, I wish I had a big list of why then. It was just like, it felt like
it's just a necessary thing.
It was a compulsion, yeah.
Yeah, hey, you gotta go with your gut.
Go with your gut, man.
You have to. I've been learning that lately.
Amen, brother. So when are you coming back here for this one? Are you done here until next year?
I'm done here until next year, but these guys come back. My brother comes back around during maybe September. But I usually won't be back. They're headed up to New York.
Okay. Well, lots of success, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hope this carnival
nice meeting you.
Hopefully this carnival gives people a lot of smiles.
Yes, thank you.